Hey, soul loves, it's Kimberly and with Celestial Juju, and we are going to talk about this week of June 1st through the 8th. What are the big highlights for us? What are the big ass transits that are coming in? So I'll go through the week, what those transits are, what that means to the collective, to you personally. Then we'll dive into all signs, what that house is for you. Um, the big ass transit that we have is Venus Cazimi and Venus moving into Gemini and the new moon, the new moon in Gemini, and what we're going to invoke during this time period in the reset of the energies. There's some other big things going on too, but those are like the big energy to use for your manifestations and what that means for you. So, and I'll do a transmission at the end, um, at the end of all of this. So that's how we'll end it all up with the energy transmission. So our brains are on like buzzing with big ideas. They're on the way. It's bold. It's both the sun, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury all going to be moving through Gemini this week. So everyone is feeling the frenzy energy of this fickle, flirtatious air sign this week during this in the midst of this Gemini season. It's picking up even more speed. It all begins on June 2nd when Jupiter in Gemini forms a trine with Pluto in Aquarius. So we're starting out the week with that, driving us to ask real questions about being afraid without being afraid of the answers. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, while Pluto is the planet of rebirth, and together these celestial bodies are encouraging us to embrace our inner strength and dig deep into our wounds. After all, it's the only way that we'll ever heal is if we like dive into it. And then on the 4th, we have chatty Mercury moving Gemini's ruler, moving into Gemini. It's going to form a trine, or was it already in Gemini? I'm losing my time, my dates in my head. Um, it's going to form a trine with Pluto right before joining forces with Pluto. The conversations will veer into exciting and taboo territories, encouraging us to find inspiration in the darkest shadows. And on the same day, the sun forms a Cazimi with romantic Venus on the very same day, allowing us to find love through intellectual connection through the mind, through the expanded mind. Which mind do you want to find that connection through? Through the highest, mind? And I'm gonna go into that Cazimi a little bit deeper. I'll probably do a thing on it and the new moon separate too. So then on the 6th, Gemini arrives June 6th, new moon. You'll find the courage to take some of your ideas and breathe fire into them. Now it's time to call on in more information and embrace opportunities to develop knowledge, skill, the know-how. Gemini is the zodiac sign of duality connection, allowing us to find the common ground and learn from each other. On June 6th, that new moon, it's a quest for knowledge. The new moon in Gemini on June 6th invites us to embark on an intellectual journey. The new moons are a time for setting intentions. With the moon in Gemini, our focus turns to acquiring knowledge and communicating effectively. It's a powerful day for affirmations, research, and planning. Whether you're looking to start a new project or learn a new skill, or simply organize your thoughts, the intellectual energy of this new moon will support your endeavors. And the key takeaways of that new moon is going to be harness the power of the new moon and set your intentions related to learning and communications. Considering journaling and making a vision board or planning a weekend trip to explore new ideas and environments as sensual Venus squares off with inhibiting Saturn on June 8th. You may run into some relationship hurdles by the end of the week. It's time to accept your limitations and it's respect boundaries that play without losing hope. Also on the 8th, Mars enters into Taurus. It's the slow, steady race wins. On June 8th, Mars, the planet of desire and action, enters the steady, sensual sign of Taurus. Mars in Taurus shifts our approach to achieving goals. We become more determined and methodical. This is a time to focus on long term plans, work persistently toward your desires. The energy of Taurus encourages us to take things slow and steady, ensuring our efforts are sustainable and grounded. So the energy for that, the take, to embody is be patient, remember, and persistent. Focus on practical steps and steady progress rather than pushing toward um, immediate gratification. It's a great time to build foundations for future success. So we're gonna dive deeper into this Venus Cazimi and the energy of what that brings for us. So the Venus Cazimi is Venus going into the heart of the sun, and this sun happens to be the Gemini twins. So that's what the energy is that we're in. So I'm going to go over what the flavor of that energy will mean. So a Venus Cazimi occurs when Venus comes into exact conjunction with the sun, and it's approximately it's said to exalt the planet, giving it a significant boost and blessings from the sun. It's the moment when Venus metaphorically is meeting the gods, which can lead to positive outcomes or challenging experiences depending on various factors. It's like a day of karma or dharma, type energy. So the metaphor of the Kazemi is think of the Kazemi as a cleansing moment for whatever planet's involved, which this one is Venus. So when Venus meets the sun, it's like a reset button for the areas that Venus governs, which is love, money, and pleasure. The reset can be experienced positively or negatively, depending on whether we need to change that area. Whether it's a moment of bliss or a moment of purging. It offers a fresh start either way. So, what can you expect during the Cazimi in Gemini? This Venus Cazimi in Gemini on Tuesday the 4th brings unique energy for all signs. So, we're going to explore what that Cazimi is and how it can manifest differently for everyone when I go through all signs. I'll tell you what your reset is, where that's at. So there's a general forecast, and here's some tips just for the energy and how to harness this, and maybe what you can journal on or what you can manifest too with that new moon in Gemini coming in. So we're talking about love and money. Venus governs love and money. So the reset in these areas is possible. And for some, this might mean new opportunities in relationships or finances. Okay, beauty and pleasure. Venus also rules pleasure, beauty, and all things that bring joy. This could be a time to indulge in activities that make you happy and bring ease to your life. Personal observations to understand the impact of the Cazimi on you personally. Observe what happens on this day and relate it to those Venusian themes and topics that I just explored with you. So, if you know your astrology chart, consider the house that Venus rules and where the Cazimi is happening for you. And so, for the transits right now, it's in everybody's wherever your Gemini house is. Okay. So that's what I'll be going over with each sign. Ready to move into all signs. Public service announcement right before we move into all signs and the energy and the reset point for you in this and what you're bringing in. So if you have like, share, subscribe, do all of those things so that my numbers will do whatever it is that they do in YouTube land. And I do weekly new moon, full moons, big ass transits, and meditation grids, or how to manifest using crystals. And I'll also do energy transmissions at the end of each one of these after we go through everything. So here we go. Oh, okay. Do my little all sign spill. I'm Kimberly Crow, and I am playing as a Western astrologer to bring you this energy analysis. I am using whole sign system. Listen up to your big three: your rising, your sun, and your moon. Your rising sign is it's your inner world. It's your subconscious. It's what you came to integrate, to embody in this DNA skin suit. Your sun sign is the sun that you reflect out into the world, what's reflected back to you. It could be your career in your chart. So if you're listening to career things, listen to your sun. Your inner world is your rising sign, and your moon is your emotional IQ. Oh, your sun also could be male authority figures in your lifehood, especially your father. And your moon is how you want to be nurtured. It's how you nurture others. It's how you nurture your body. It could be your mother in your chart. Okay, here we go. Aries, this week you can move mountains as the week begins on Sunday, the 2nd, when Jupiter in Gemini trines with Pluto in Aquarius in your house of future plans. Aries, you may feel inspired to make positive changes in your world. This is an aspect of high motivation, and you're ready to move heaven and earth to get what you want. And you already have a lot of power behind the action you take. Now you are a rocket ship with a clear destination. Monday, June 3rd, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini and later trines with Pluto. The information you seek is there, but you might have to dig for it. And knowing you, a shovel won't do it. You might need a backhoe for this. You can be incredibly focused on gathering information for a specific purpose today. You might be underturning and going through the internet or some questioning with your friends in your search for knowledge. So your reset that's coming in with this Venus Cazimi and the new moon, your reset is focus on communication and learning. It's time for networking and expanding your knowledge. So that's the area you may feel the reset in. Okay. Taurus, this week you're making some good plans. The week begins on Sunday, the 2nd, when Jupiter in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius in your house of career and reputation. You might want to do something bigger that makes an impact on the world and brings you rewards to your efforts. This is an aspect of great ambition, possibly stirring within you the desire to do more. You can build on this feeling. On Monday, June 3rd, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini and later trines with Pluto. Now you're ready to make plans. Taurus, you can use the strength to draw precise plans, starting with a single brick and finishing up with a skyscraper. Or if relationships are what you're after, being with a single question and moving forward toward deeper meaning and connection. So zoom in on that. So your reset is your financial opportunities. That's what this Venus Cazimi, the area it's bringing to you, material gains are highlighted. Focus on managing your resources wisely and use that new moon coming in for your manifestations. Okay. Gemini, this week you are ready to receive. The week begins on Sunday the 2nd with Jupiter in Gemini, trines Pluto in Aquarius in your house of wisdom, spiritual direction. Gemini, you may feel more motivated to follow your inner spirit than you have for a while. You can gain tremendously in the future by pointing yourself in the right direction now. Today, you might uncover an essential meaning of life, and this can be your compass to find your way. On Monday the 3rd, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini and it later trines with Pluto. Now, that's a roadmap for your life is starting to become clearer for you. You're zooming in to look for details. It's a time to conduct very focused online searches or have AI expand some of your ideals for you. This information you get from the universe will be serious and profound. And you're making a good connection today. And and that's what the whole Gazimi is about, is to bring in that energy. And so the reset for you with the Gazimi, the Venus Cazimi, is personal growth, self-expression are your key. Embrace new beginnings and fresh perspectives and use this upcoming new moon for that. Cancer, this week you're getting help you need. The week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, with Jupiter Gemini trines the Pluto in Aquarius and your house of resources from others. That's your shared money, honey. Cancer, you'll receive a notice that money you're expected is on the way. A relative might tell you that they're willing to fund your business or help you buy a house. If you could receive money from a surprising source today. Okay, on Monday the 3rd, Mercury enters into the sign of Gemini and then later trines Pluto, and your good luck continues. Now, you might find more people to help you. Cancer, looking through the roster of people you know and the people they know, you have quite a pool of talent and experience to draw from. Think about what you want to do, what you know, what you want to learn. It's probable that you can find the right person to help you. And your reset that's coming in with this Venus Cazimi and the new moon is reflect on your inner world and emotional well-being. It's time for healing and self-care. Leo, this week you're finding the right people. The week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, when Jupiter in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius in your house of relationships and partnerships. Now, you can make instrumental connections to help you with bigger things that you want to do in your life. You can meet some influencers, some mentors, even celebrities. Think of people you would like to know and send them a direct message. You can do it through the ethers if you don't do it this way. Or really maximize the energy. Send out all the DMs, okay? On Monday, the 3rd, Mercury enters into the sign of Gemini and later trines with Pluto. Now you're in research mode, collecting information you need to move a project forward. You might research online or ask AI to summarize this information for you, and you may be looking for some books or ask some people that you know. You're a detective looking for the answer now. And the reset that's going to come in with that on the 4th with the Venus Cazimi, and then you can anchor in with the new moon, social connections, community. This is where the reset is. Community involvement will flourish with engaged, like mind and individuals. Oh, that sounds lovely for you. Okay, Virgo, your hard work yields positive results this week. The week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, when Jupiter in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius in your house of daily habits and routine. Virgo, you know what you do today is a building block for you, and you will be better off in the future for it. Now, you might transform your routines by getting up earlier and committing to going to the gym, some kind of workout, maybe it's meditation. Or you could maybe focus on eating like a frog that day before you move on to easier tasks. Yeah, you could start the day that could change your life. On Monday, the 3rd, Mercury enters into the sign of Gemini and later trines with Pluto. Now, you might be obsessed with atomic habits and finding small things that you can do now that will lead you to huge results later. You might investigate productivity podcast or read through blogs of a efficiency expert. It's about this energy of being efficient. And your reset that's coming in for you on the 4th with the Cazimi, and then use the new moon for this, is career advancements. Public recognition are likely. Stay open to new professional opportunities. Libra. This week, you're quite determined. The week begins on Sunday the 2nd with Jupiter in Gemini, trines Pluto in Aquarius, and your house of creativity and invention. Libra, you might have a brilliant idea today, or you might want to take your idea and make it official by registering it with a patent or a trademark. Expanding into business or lifestyle, a change could be coming up for you. Today, you're thinking big. On Monday, June the 3rd, Mercury enters into the sign of Gemini, and then it later trines with Pluto. Now you move into that research mode. What was started yesterday has a big concept now and comes down to earth to you. You need to know the details, and you could be shoveling through massive amounts of data to find information you need, but you're determined now and you will succeed. And the reset that's coming in for you on the 4th, and to utilize this new moon with it, is travel. The Venus Cazimi is what I'm talking about. And the reset that's coming in with the Venus Cazimi and the Gemini, using the Gemini new moon, is reset, travel, education, philosophical exploring are highlighted. Expand your horizons and embrace on some new ideas. You're going to have a big reset in that. That's fun. Scorpio, this week you might receive just what you need. This week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, with Jupiter in Gemini, trines Pluto in Aquarius in your house of home and the heart, the hearth. It's bringing it to you. Scorpio, you might feel very motivated to change your living circumstances or to make them more comfortable, safe, and secure. This could be looking at inventing what's it called when you redo something in your house? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, or even moving. Just go on and move out of there. The paint's not going to be enough. You might think about making an entire lifestyle change, such as downsizing or moving to another country could be coming up for some of you all, or living on a boat. On Monday, June the 3rd, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini and then later trines with Pluto. You have an idea, but now you need to see the steps it'll take to make it happen. And this is the perfect energy for research. And you might ask people about their experiences, or you might find information online. You live in an age when all the information is findable and you're determined. Your reset that's coming in with the Venus Cazimi on the 4th that you can anchor with the new moon is deep transformation in financial matters. It's going to take center stage, and it's going to be focused on joint resources and personal growth. That's your 8th house, and that could be inheritance coming your way too. There could be some of that that's up. Okay, Oh, wait a minute. Sagittarius, this week you're thinking bigger than ever. The week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, when Jupiter enters Gemini and it trines with Pluto in Aquarius, your house of activities. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and it's focused on expansion, and that is your ruler. And now it's in harmony with the energy of transformation. Imagine what you can do with this energy. Today, you have the spark to set the world ablaze. Sagittarius, think about your biggest idea and then commit to it yourself. On Monday, the 3rd, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini and then later trines with Pluto. Now the idea is in place, and you need the map to get you from point A to B. And today you are ready to plot out your next moves. You could gather information from people around you, experts as well as online, and everything you need is at your fingertips. The reset that's coming in for you on June 4th with the Venus Cazimi, and you anchor with the new moon energy on the 6th is going to be in your sector of relationships. Partnerships will be significant. Work on improving connection and communication in this area. Capricorn, this week you find an important key. The week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, when Jupiter in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius in your house of wealth and prosperity. Today, you could unlock the mystery of making some money. That's in your second house. Okay, it might come down to something as simple as getting one customer and then rinse and repeat it. Or you might see an opportunity to move up higher in the ladder of your career. Today, you have both inspiration and ambition. On Monday, the June 3rd, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini and later trines Pluto. You have ambition burns brightly in your heart, and now you need the information to make it all happen. That means you could be exploring the steps that it's going to take to maximize your potential. Whether you're looking to meet your love of your life or build a $1 million company that breaks down into individual steps, today you could be outlining those steps. And the reset that you have coming in for you on the 4th with the Venus Cazimi that you can anchor with the new moon energies on the 6th is in your sector of health and daily routines. They're going to be emphasized for you. Like, get that in line so the other can come to you. Implement the new ideals in wellness practice and efficient habits. Aquarius, this week, the world is your oyster. The week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, when Jupiter in Gemini tries Pluto in your own sign of Aquarius, your house of confidence. You're unstoppable now. You know who you are and what you're capable of. And as you set your sights on this goal, it seems like the sea parts for you. This is a time, there's a trick that you think it's not going to be big enough, but it is. On June 3rd, Mercury enters into the sign of Gemini and then later trines Pluto. And once you have a big idea, it's time to fill in the details. This energy is perfect for creating flow chart, and you'll get the results that you're looking for. It's also likely that somebody has posted a helpful on a plan online and you'll come across that. You can access this information you need today. And your reset that's coming in on the 4th with the Venus Cazimi is in your house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. That your 5th house are highlighted. So it's pursue your passions and enjoy life. It's pleasures with this house of creativity, the reset that's coming in for you there. Okay, Pisces, this week you are divinely guided. The week begins on Sunday, June 2nd, when Jupiter in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius in your house of spiritual connections. Your angels and your guides are with you now. You are co creating with the universe. And this means as you lean into the lessons, the benefits and treasures you can uncover are immense. Pisces, focus on what you need to learn and you will reap the rewards. On Monday, June 3rd, Mercury enters the sign of Gemini and later trines Pluto. Communicating is with your higher self and spiritual being takes a little practice. This is a good time to look into daily spiritual practices. This can help you connect with the universe. Today, you can find different ways to meditate or to journal to facilitate this process for yourself. And on the 4th is when the The reset point that you have with the Venus Cazimi is in your sector of home, family life. It's going to undergo some positive changes. You're going to embrace new beginnings in your domestic sphere. Okay, people, that's the conclusion of that. And now we're going to move into air transmissions. So let's breathe in this energy. Let's breathe and then release. So, since we're in this reset point, we're going to call in the energy of Venus to bring the reset to us if you choose, if that's what you want to embody, to do this with the grace and beauty that she can bring. So breathe that in, what it's like to go through transformation with the energy of grace, beauty, value. And to embody this energy as it expands out to benefit all of humanity. Breathe that in. And mine's going into an energy ball. And I'm turning it over to the new moon energy to put those seeds out and to bring the energy, this or something better. This or something better. So you can take this energy and meditate with it and see what your questions that come to you, journal. Maybe I'll do some journaling prompts for the new moon and some crystal stuff. Okay, so be blessed, be the light that you are. Thank you so much for embodying, for being here at this time we call now. Meditate with it and see what your questions that come to you, journal. Maybe I'll do some journaling prompts for the new moon and some crystal stuff. Okay, so be blessed, be the light that you are. Thank you so much for embodying, for being here at this time we call now. It's Kimberly with Celestial Juju. Like, share, and do all of those things that you do in this world. Thank you for being the gift of humanity that you are.